Tingler Television, we are with you in living color. This is the first episode of Night of the Nerdy Laser Trash Talk, and I am Matt Henry.
I am Richard. I'm so happy to be here, Yule.
And I'm Jeff Lown.
And what did we pick for our first movie on this inaugural, amazing first episode? Is it Night of the Living Dead? Hell no, it's not Night of the Living Dead. Is it The Exorcist? No, Reagan can fuck off. Is it Return of the Living Dead? No, it's not. It's none of those classics. We're watching Velocipastor.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
All thanks to Jeff. So if you want to blame anybody, blame that guy.
Blame Jeff. Yes.
You're welcome. You know it.
It's funny because this movie's from 2015, and I've seen it, advertised, especially on Amazon Prime. But man, it's well worth the watch, man.
Oh yeah.
It's more than just well worth the watch. What it is it is an amalgamation of budgetary constraints that come together to create some of the greatest film that I've seen all year. And by saying it's the greatest film I've seen all year, I'm totally exaggerating, but I'm exaggerating in a good way because I laughed my ass off the entire time. So the show is called Trash Talk. It's going to be really hard for me to trash this movie because of how much fucking fun I had watching this.
But that's not the trash part, right? The trash part is the actual movie. So,
Touché.
We like the trashy movies. So things like this, just the things that aren't mainstream, or, some of these will have a cult following, obviously. But yeah, that's the trashy part. Expect stuff like Toxic Avenger, lots of trauma stuff, and that sort of thing.
Trauma. Give me Sergeant Kabuki Man all day. Yes.
Oh yeah. Love it.
Romeo and Juliet. I like that one.
I'm totally fine with Romeo and Juliet, but before we jump into this ridiculous film, and trust me when I say it is ultra ridiculous, we have a ton of clips to show you of this amazing movie. But we are going to take you to a word from our sponsors because this coming week, this weekend actually, we have an amazing event taking place at the Iams Nature Center. We're teaming up with Central Cinema, and we're bringing you Terror in the Woods.
In the woods.
In the woods.
On Saturday, July 9th, the Knoxville Horror Film Fest, FrankenCon, and Iams Nature Center presents Terror in the Woods. Featuring 80s horror icon Tom Matthews, better known as Freddy from Return of the Living Dead, and Tommy Jarvis from Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. Tom Matthews will be meeting fans starting at 6 o'clock for an autograph session, and then as day turns to dusk, Frightworks will be presenting a haunted trail. This is where you can get your professional photo op with Tom Matthews and Jason Voorhees. And then Central Cinema presents a screening of Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, and Never Hike Alone, The Ghost Cut. This is a multi-ticket event with vendors, food trucks, and much more. To enter, you must have your event/screening ticket. Photo ops and autograph tickets are also on sale, and you can get everything at frankencontn.com. This event has been known to sell out, so get your tickets fast. Terror in the Woods featuring Tom Matthews and Frightworks with a Friday the 13th double feature brought to you by Central Cinema, FrankenCon, and Iams Nature Center. Saturday, July 9th at the Iams Nature Center on 2915 Island Home Avenue, Knoxville, Tennessee. Start time 6 p.m. Be there.
That's right. Freddy got fingered and turned into Tom Matthews. And now here we are, Tommy Jarvis. Tommy Jarvis? Tommy Matthews. Freddy? So, okay. Whatever you want to call him, Tom Matthews, better known as Freddy from Return of the Living Dead, and Tommy Jarvis from Friday the 13th, Part 6 will be on hand. And we will be doing a screening of Friday the 13th, Part 6 and Never Hike Alone. You can go right now on frankencontn.com and get your tickets for the event. You got to get your event ticket and then turn around and get your autograph ticket and your photo op ticket. There's also going to be a haunted trail by Frightworks. There's going to be vendors. There's going to be food trucks. It's going to be an all-out Friday fuck fest right in the middle of the woods.
Extravaganza?
Yes.
Okay, and we will have FrankenCon swag on hand. If you don't know what FrankenCon is, go to frankencontn.com and also follow us on Instagram and Twitter, FrankenConTN.
So, did we pick this movie in honor of Jurassic Park? Because at the end of this, I want to rank this. Where does this sit in the pantheon of Jurassic Park? Is it Jurassic Park 1 or is it Jurassic Park Dominion? Where does it sit? Where does it sit?
We picked it. Yes, I mean we have a dinosaur theme a little bit. So yeah, Jurassic Park Dominion is taking a chomp out of the box office, and
is it though?
It did. No, it did. It did the first week. You know, it did. It did $150 million. What more do you want from things that have been extinct forever?
Jeff, where did you get this? Where did you find this weird little flick?
This was just one a boredom find. You know, I was like, I'm gonna try to find me something cheesy, something fun, and just started scrolling through Prime Video, and that's where I found it.
I'm guessing that this is the time for Prime where anybody could upload anything on Prime. So we had Nigel Bach, creator of Bad Ben, at FrankenCon this past year, and he basically explained that there was a time period between, you know, up until about 2017, I think, that anybody could just upload anything to Prime, and that's what he did, and that's how he got his vision out there. And this is kind of the same way, but this is also wide-eye releasing.
Right.
Oh, okay. So I saw this on Tubi, and if you really want to compare how great the special effects are in this movie to Jurassic Park, let's take a look at the first clip so you really get an idea of how great the special effects really are in this masterpiece.
So,
yeah, this
here we go. This is the master special effects in Velocipastor. So if you're expecting CGI, you're not going to get it.
I feel like this is one of those situations.
I like how it's waving, like his mouth is just like jiggling, like.
Well, I feel like it's one of those situations like Tammy and the T-Rex, where it's like the production crew found someone that knew someone that had a friend who had like a Velociraptor outfit, and was like, "We have 10 days with this outfit. Do with it what you will."
I'm not sure it's that complicated.
Yeah,
you know,
it there.
What's great about this movie is when you first start watching this movie, like he's a pastor preaching and or a priest preaching, and it looks really well shot. Like you're like, oh, this is a real movie.
Yeah.
And then it takes you out of that mode right away, because we go to one of my favorite parts in the movie where he goes outside, and we're going to take a look at that right now.
Mom and Dad! No. No!
It's great. As soon as I saw it, I mean, for a split second, I was like, is that supposed to be there? And then I just started laughing.
It scared me. It scared me for a second, because I thought maybe I was watching some like director's cut that wasn't completely filled. Like it was like, you know, they were like, "We're still working on this, guys. Please come back in 2 weeks."
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this movie, because I love the opening theme song, which we do not have a clip from, but the opening song is great, and the opening to this movie is pretty amazing. And one of my favorite parts of the movie, he's driving, right? They're like, because the other priest is like, you just have to go where God takes you. And so he's driving, and then he gets out and he's walking through this forest, and all of a sudden it kind of pans back and it just says China. And he's just in like his backyard.
Oh, how very Eastern, my son. Yeah, Jeff, this acting is top notch. I'm gonna throw it to you because I want to get your opinion on some of the acting in this movie.
That's some of my favorite, like acting I've seen recently, and some of the stuff we've watched. I mean, like, it's because like the funny part is they're both like pretty good actors, but you know how they're playing it to a certain tone. They're trying to keep it like almost drama, but so cheesy that they're having a good time with it. So like, I think it's great.
There is one particular scene that is ultra cheesy, but it is cheesy in a way that tugs at my heartstrings. And it's whenever our main character, he becomes a Velocipastor because he finds a raptor claw and it cuts his hand in China, and he begins to it gets into his DNA and he becomes the Velociraptor, and then the hooker sorry, I'm gonna let you have it, Richard.
Let's just okay. So there is a hooker, but there is also
a pimp.
Oh. God damn you, Carol. How many fucking times I have to tell you not to question what I do? Now, what's my name?
Frankie Mermaid.
And why is my name Frankie Mermaid? Speak up, Carol, so I'm gonna give you the fucking boot!
Because you're swimming in bitches.
You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right.
Listen, no joke. I had friends like this. No joke. I had friends that were that confident back in the day. That's like, why do you call me a mermaid? Because I'm swimming in bitches.
He is my favorite character, and that is my favorite name of any character. I love Frankie Mermaid, man. But unfortunately, Frankie isn't with us too long, is he, fellas? We're gonna dissect this scene because we have to say goodbye to Frankie, and it is all due to the Velocipastor. So we're going to walk through this. This is the amazing transformation.
Well, he confesses to killing Velocipastor's parents. So
and it's true. Every vile thing possible.
So there's scenes in this movie where the Velocipastor is the only part of him that has turned into Veloci is his hands, and his arms. And his eyes sometimes go yellow, but I love that he's reaching through because he was late for. Oh God, Jesus! He was late for confession, and he comes in, and it's Mermaid who's confessing to murdering his parents,
and who's smoking in the confessional. So.
No, and not only is he smoking in the confessional, but the dude's like, "Sir, you can't smoke in here," and he's like, "Frankie always smokes because he's on fire." I'm like, okay,
yeah, he's on fire. Yeah, Frankie is great, but he is no longer. So the movie kind of then turns into like a ninja movie. Like we keep going back and forth to like China, and
is it though? No, it's not. It's my backyard. I feel like.
Well, they don't want you to know that, and we're gonna take you now to.
There's zero bamboo. There's
no budget for bamboo. We're going to go to this scene. It is Matt Henry's favorite scene, and this is when our main character finds out he might be a dinosaur.
The time you turned into a dinosaur and ate someone.
Wait. What? What?
Okay, everyone say it with me. 3, 2, 1. What? It is my favorite scene in the movie.
It's pretty great. I mean, the guy is fantastic. Like, I love him throughout this movie.
Jeff, was there an edit mishap there?
No, that's like the best part of the movie. It's got all these little editing things and just things that, you know, a normal film would have filled in and like corrected. But this one leaves all that kind of stuff in to kind of poke fun at it. But it makes it like 10 times better, I think.
I agree.
Is it poking fun at it, or is it just they've done that scene like 40 times and they're like, that's good. We got that one.
Yeah.
That's good.
We got it in the can.
I can kind of relate.
Yeah. Definitely didn't mess up 3 times.
Definitely not. I love that his priest friend that is great. I love him. He's really funny. But come on, guys, what's the best scene with the priest friend?
Okay, so there is a scene where the priest takes him to a satanic priest and is like, sometimes to fight evil you need evil. So as this satanic priest is talking to our Velocipastor about how he's going to have to exorcise the demon, that we get this transformation scene with him turning into Velocipastor, and it's literally it is one of the best. It is almost as good as American Werewolf in London. Look at his face. Look at his stupid face.
And then I love the hands. Like, it looks like a sock puppet.
Pretty much.
So not only that, like we learn. Oh my God, this is fantastic.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
It doesn't he rip his best friend's eye out? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then scuttles out of the room. Is this before or after we find out the backstory of his preacher friend?
That is.
Drop it, Jeff. Drop it. Go ahead.
So we get
Headline?
And
whoops.
No. Continue, Jeff. Yes.
we get this flashback of, you know, the pastor who's training our Velocipastor, and with that, it's back in Vietnam, and him and I think 3 other guys, you know, not even wearing camo really. One guy's just wearing some like khakis, other dude's wearing some sweats, and they got the little plastic shotgun. But he's like, yeah, I have to get out of this war so I could get back to the love of my life. And that guy's like, you could have children with her, and
you could have 12.
You have 12 children and name one after me. And I was like, it's perfect. And then a little twist of fate there at the end for it. Isn't let everybody see that.
Yeah.
Headline? Adeline! Adeline!
James!
Adeline!
James!
Adeline!
It's just priceless. Adeline! I love that. And he just covered in blood. It's great. That is the comedy I love. I love that comedy.
It's like someone busted a balloon right over top of him of just Kiro syrup and food coloring. It's pretty brilliant. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So let's see what we got here. So we are pretty much, you know, we don't tell you everything because you have to see the movie because it's great. Mm-hmm. So, but we're gearing up for this final battle. And, I mean, what do you need in a final battle? But none other than
a montage. A priestly montage, yes.
Show me I'm the one that's bigger, like the match correct that trigger. Show me I mean anything to you. A little alchemist, you left me uninspired. Formulas begun for ages. Book with tattered pages, lost to wisdom, lost to words. Saw my head, called me a liar. Coming clean to that part, sure. I
So, doesn't it defeat the purpose if you turn into a raptor? Listen, if one of my special abilities is that I can become a Velocipastor or a raptor in general, that I just probably wouldn't work out anymore. What's
But
the
then you
point
would
in working out?
montage. And some of that montage was the dinosaur working out, getting his teeth.
Man, that's my favorite part of that whole thing is how, it's him working out. Then they insert those clips of little dinos biting that guy's leg.
Yeah.
I mean, it rivals the Rocky IV montage, no doubt, 100%. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the final battle here, and it doesn't have sound because we're gonna dissect it. So, are y'all ready?
Yes. So this
is where all the money went for the budget.
Yeah. Yeah. So I love that. So
Isn't it a T-Rex?
So
isn't it just a T-Rex that they are saying is a raptor?
But listen, ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. Okay, this is the first time in the movie that you see
the whole thing.
raptor in its entirety form, like in its full form. There is one point here that the raptor falls down on accident, and then it just cuts and it's standing back up again. But I love that he's just running and flinging himself around, and people are just tossing themselves on the ground.
Yeah, I love the fact that I could be one of these ninjas. It makes me happy. I have something to strive for.
Yeah.
It's also where we find out that one of the drug king guys is actually Velocipastor's brother.
What?
Huge twist. What? But I love that. Okay, so there's a scene earlier on in the movie where the parents are in the car and they're like, "We're so proud of you, our only son." And when the
brother is in the back,
the brother's in the back seat. You're our only son.
Pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the whole movie, they lead you to think that he's just their kid, but then you just find out the parents are ignoring the other brother.
They're just completely... And like the scenes where they're having these very cute, in-depth moments with the son. There's even a few shots where it takes and it just pans slightly to the right, and the other brother's just sitting there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are going to take a break real quick. You're going to hear about Terror in the Woods because it's this Saturday. Don't miss it. Here's all the info.
On Saturday, July 9th, the Knoxville Horror Film Fest, FrankenCon, and Imes Nature Center presents Terror in the Woods. Featuring 80s horror icon Tom Matthews, better known as Freddy from Return of the Living Dead, and Tommy Jarvis from Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. Tom Matthews will be meeting fans starting at 6 o'clock for an autograph session, and then as day turns to dusk, Frightworks will be presenting a haunted trail. This is where you can get your professional photo op with Tom Matthews and Jason Voorhees. And then Central Cinema presents a screening of Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, and Never Hike Alone, The Ghost Cut. This is a multi-ticket event with vendors, food trucks, and much more. To enter, you must have your event/screening ticket. Photo ops and autograph tickets are also on sale, and you can get everything at frankencontn.com. This event has been known to sell out, so get your tickets fast. Terror in the Woods featuring Tom Matthews and Frightworks with a Friday the 13th double feature brought to you by Central Cinema, FrankenCon, and Imes Nature Center. Saturday, July 9th at the Imes Nature Center on 2915 Island Home Avenue, Knoxville, Tennessee. Start time 6 p.m. Be there.
Be there, yes. And listen, friendly reminder, guys, we also have a weekly podcast that drops on all the podcatchers, Night of the Nerdy Laser podcast. We started this thing off. It was just Richard and I, and Jeff so generously lended his vocal expertise to this podcast. And we've covered everything from the George Romero zombie franchise all the way to hookers with hacksaws.
We haven't done hookers with hacksaws.
There was some chainsaw.
We did Hollywood chainsaw.
Hollywood chainsaw hookers. Okay, whatever. It's on. So, but we've there's every 10 episodes we do a special episode. We do a versus. We just did Texas Chainsaw Original versus Texas Chainsaw Remake. So go online on all the podcatchers. Check us out, Night of the Nerdy Laser. And this weekend, if you can make your way down to East Tennessee, check out Terror in the Woods. Tom Matthews is going to be there. It's going to be a hell of a time. So make sure to get your tickets at frankencontn.com. And very soon, within the next week, we're going to be dropping news on Bride of FrankenCon. That's right. If you go on Facebook or on Instagram and you type in FrankenConTN, it'll take you to our socials. FrankenCon year 1 was amazing. Year 2, it's
gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be amazing. It's
amazing.
Listen, it's Bride of FrankenCon, and the tagline is, I mean, listen, it's like Bride of Frankenstein. It's the tagline. It's Richard. What's my tagline again? Richard, what's my tagline?
Thank you everybody for joining in a world of cons and monsters.
In a world of cons and monsters.
What you're looking for here?
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna be having some really big names dropping. Now back to Velocipastor as we wrap this gold-covered turd up and tuck it in the drawer for a later day.
Very quickly, this movie is the perfect movie to play with other friends and just drink and have fun and laugh at it. Would you all agree? Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, it really is. It's just have fun with it. If you go in, expecting something great, I mean, you might get it. I don't know. I don't know what you're expecting.
What is greatness? What is acting? What is a Velocipastor?
Jeff, what would you say to somebody that hated this movie?
What's wrong with you? Why do you do things like that?
But listen, we have to bring it home. On a scale of Jurassic Park and Dominion, where do we rank this? I'm going to plant this firmly in Lost World territory.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think we can all admit, I don't know. It depends on what your worst movie is, right? So, it's right there for Jurassic World for me, the first Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, that says a lot about Chris Pratt.
It says a lot about her. Yes,
it says
you just should go back to the galaxy and guard it.
Go back to the galaxy of gardens
and guard it.
Oh,
and guard it.
Okay.
Or the galaxy of gardens. I'm not here to judge. Quit messing with your foot, Matthew. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us on this journey. I would say we'll get better, but there's no real plan for that. We are what we are. No, I'm just kidding. We will
and
take
next
it home.
week, we're watching a pirate movie.
A pirate horror movie? Does that really exist?
Yeah, The Fog.
You mean the
pirates, but they're not pirates. Okay, anyway, we gotta get off here.
Of a different sort.
Keep it bloody. Why?
Because somebody has to.